So why are you doing this nonsense? You only get one mom, Kim, because you violated my order by having contact. Well, I don't know if your attorney wants you to speak to me. Oh, no, I mean, it's like you're not following through on your conditions of probation. So the question is, why shouldn't I just send you to prison? You need to realize that many things can happen if you try to steal from someone. You understand? Regards to your agreement, this is my concern. And then he's going to be released from the state jail facility because nobody's going to hold him at the state jail facility because he's unstable. And he's going to be released back into society without his medications, without anything.
I am going to ask that you turn yourself in by 7 p.m. tonight.
I'm sorry, I don't even have a license. I can't get up there that fast. I have a job. I got bills. I got to drop out of college. No, I won't be able to get my water.
I mean, I'm asking you a question, so obviously I want you to speak. Are you Kevin Owens? All right. What the state is charging you with in the indictment is assault family second offense. That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
I understand, Your Honor.
That it's one in attachments. The court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty.
Police Scarlet hold up. Deferred adjudication ka Matlab hold a high guilt KO defer Karna. Yani Rock Dina. Magri Yahan Judge Seed. The court is finding you guilty. Bo Rahi Hain. Ye ecdramatic reveal high. Iska Matlab high key Mr. Garcia Kyo. Obsida sensing face Carney Padejai. Case of or be serious ho Gaia high.
The court will defer. Oh, you didn't apply for deferred adjudication. All right. The court is finding you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
We'd like to proceed with sentencing today, Your Honor.
All right. Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor, other than respectfully would request that the court in probation. I think would be appropriate.
All right, Mr. Garcia, how old are you?
I'm 29, ma'am.
All right. Why are you telling someone to hit their grandparent? No, I'm reading in the police report, and what it says, while on patrol, I was dispatched to the above location for an assault in progress. Upon arrival, I contacted the victim. The victim only speaks Spanish. Officer Villafranco translated. Victim stated that police had been at the location earlier due to a mental health disturbance caused by you. You left the location, then came back to the location after you saw that the police had left. The victim stated that you told a witness to make sure she hits the victim. Victim stated she was upset that you would tell the witness to hit her grandparent and told you to not tell the witness to hit her grandparent. Victim stated that you then became enraged and punched the victim on the right side of her face with a closed fist. Victim stated that you then fled the location when you noticed that the witness was calling the police and the victim had swelling underneath her eye. So why are you doing this nonsense? And it's violent. Why are you doing this?
I'll let Mr. Garcia, of course, answer for himself, but I believe in the context of my review of all the discovery, this was telling his children to stand up for themselves. I think I even remember the victim in this case stating that she had struck Mr. Garcia first. But this was within the context of telling his children that they need to stand up for themselves and protect themselves.
So here's the thing. Why are the grandchildren with the grandparent? Why are they not with you? Or with their mom?
I mean, just the self-defense.
No, that's not my question. My question is, do you have children?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And so in this police report, these are your children?
Yes, ma'am.
Why are your children not living with you or living with their mother?
The mother just got released from prison.
Okay. And why they're not with you?
We all live together in one home.
How old are you?
I'm 29, man.
Why are you living with your parents?
Because I'm bettering myself with the Texas Workforce Solutions program.
No. Here's the thing. You're a grown man. At what point must your parents stop supporting you financially?
Ouch. Judge Ka Point Bohat Sharp High. Well, Mr. Garcia Zicid Kach Rai Hain. You're a grown man. Or Jab AP Apney parents Kagar main rate Hain. To Unk rules follow Karn Paddy Hain. Or Unki Sabs Batty Chook. You only want to be fruitful and multiply, but don't want to take care of what you produce. So while Yahai, Kia Mr. Garcia any apney grandparents par hamla karka us roof key value ko kadam nai cardia?
And see, here's the thing. When you live at home with your parents and they're providing a roof over your head, you don't get to make decisions because that's not your house. You're not providing financial support of your children because they're living with your parents. You're not providing shelter for children because they're living with your parents. Too often, people want to be fruitful and multiply, but they don't want to take care of what they produce. You understand? So you have no right to tell any child to be hitting a grandparent. If you don't like the rules at the house, you know what you do? You leave, you get your own place. And I'm not going to allow you to move back to that place. You understand? Okay. So was Child Protective Services involved with you at all as it relates to your children?
No, ma'am. And the priors, but I completed all my courses and certificates.
There's a reason your children are staying with the grandparents and not you. So why was Child Protective Services involved in your life?
Back when we were younger. We were both, the mom and I, we both got incarcerated. So
for what?
For drugs. So therefore,
see, you're using drugs. You're having children. I don't know if your children were born positive with drugs, but usually that's how CPS gets involved because a child is born positive, right? Was that the case with you?
No.
All right. So you're not being an adult to your children, and that's going to change. I'm not allowing you to live with your mother. You get your own place. So where are you going to be living once you're released from custody?
I'm going to my brother's.
Does your brother want you there? Have you asked him if you could stay there?
I have met Mr. Garcia's brother, has spoken with him, and he is supportive of you, Your Honor.
All right. Then, as previously
7 years in prison, suspended and probated for 7 years. Wait, suspended Kakia Matlab High? Iska Matlab Mr. Garcia Abi Jail Nahi Jange. Lekin Unksir Parsazaki Tawar 7 Sol Takla Takti Rahegi. Or ye no contact order. Iska Kia Sarhaga? Ekterav violence ki waja esi order high. Du Shri Terap Ashon Kakia Haga? Kia no contact family violence ko rock Sakta High? AAP Kia Sakti Hain?
Stated the court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 7 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 7 years. There's a $1,500 fine, probated. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Maria Garcia. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. E compadre. The remaining of those hours will be waived once you complete parenting classes. The BIPP course, there's to be random UAs. Well, let's do the UA hotline. There's going to be field visits 1 time per month. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. And we'll do a TAP evaluation. And if the TAP evaluation recommends inpatient treatment, we'll start with intensive outpatient treatment and sober meetings.
And Your Honor, just for clarification, Mr. Garcia by trade is a barber. I believe he has employment already waiting for him on his release. With regard to no employment involving minors, that might potentially.
Well, when I say no employment involving minors, of course, if you have a business that's not a daycare, and children are coming in because he's doing a haircut, that's fine.
I assume that was the intent of the court. I just wanted to clarify in case there's any questions from.
All right. And probation, is there anything else he needs? And is there anything else you need from the court, Mr. Garcia?
Your probation will explain.
All right. Anything else you need? All right. Good luck to you. We can go off the record. Here's the thing. I don't know anything about your relationship with your mother. I don't know if she's like Sybil from the movie. I don't know if she's the best parent ever. But what I do know is you only get one mom. And by your age, your mom has more of her life behind her than in front of her. You should be trying to make her life as easy as possible because she's raising your children, not you. You understand? All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Showing you what's entitled motion to revoke community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Are you the same Alejandra Garcia who's placed on community supervision in 2022? CR 4999 for the offense of assault, family second offense on September 26, 2022 for a term of 7 years. Is that you?
Correct.
State, is that you?
Yes,
State?
Your Honor, state's proceeding on violation of condition number 25 in that honor about the third day of October 2022 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Alejandro Garcia, did then and there directly contact the victim without the court's and or the supervision officer authorization. in violation of condition number 25.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
To be honest,
All right. Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 25, the court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you to 7 years in prison and up to a $1,500 fine? Did you understand?
yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 25?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Is there an agreement?
There is, Your Honor. The agreement would be to deny the motion to revoke, and the state would seek to amend conditions of defendant's probation to include Bear County ISF 2.
All right.
The agreement, Judge.
Well, why would I not? And by the way, I'm finding violation of condition number 525 true based upon your plea of true. Why shouldn't I revoke him? Because you violated my order by having contact.
May I speak to you?
Well, I don't know if your attorney wants you to speak to me.
May I speak to you?
Let's. May we have a second, Judge?
Sure. You want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Garcia Alejandro.
Why are you not following the court's orders?
I have called the SATB, who have called the I go pick up my wallet and my ID, Texas ID, so I can go get my job. And from there, they arrested me, brought me to the South Tower, booking, and when I spoke to the judge and let them know what it was, that was going on, they rejected my case and let me go. That's why.
Well, she's asking you why, and I thought that's what you just explained to me. Why did you contact her at all?
Well, I apologize.
Yeah, so I told you not to have contact with her and you did. So my question is, why are you having contact with her?
Not sure.
What do you mean you're not sure? I told you you're not supposed to have contact with her and you did.
Apologize, Your Honor.
Well, no, I mean, it's like you're not following through on your conditions of probation. So the question is, why shouldn't I just send you to prison? Because obviously you can't follow instructions.
Safety of my life and continue with other bodies.
Yeah, nobody wants to go to prison. Even people who are charged with murder, they're like, look, I would love if I can get on with my life. Can you just let me go? I promise I won't do this anymore. You were given probation, and one of your conditions was you were not to contact the complainant, and you are. So obviously, you can't follow the conditions that the court has given to you. So the fact that you want to be a barber or you have other dreams that don't include you going to prison, that's not my question. My question is, why didn't you follow the court's rules? Or to make it easier, why shouldn't I send you to prison when you didn't follow my rules?
I apologize.
No, I mean, why are you not following my rules? I tell you, you cannot contact this person and you don't follow my rules and you contact the person. So why shouldn't I send you to prison?
So I get the opportunity to live my life, continue being good.
No, I gave you the opportunity. She doesn't want to speak to you anymore. She doesn't love you anymore. Or maybe she does still love you, but you're being violent towards her. So that's why we're here and you can't have contact with her. I don't understand what you don't understand about that. Like, why shouldn't he go to prison?
Was cognitive thinking one of his conditions ever? Because I have had some issues. Certainly he's competent, but some issues with the retaining of information that I give him.
I mean, he knows he's not supposed to have, he can't retain information that he's not supposed to have contact with somebody.
Your Honor, so Mr. Garcia reported to initial intake and since then has not reported.
Okay. I'm not continuing him on probation.
And Judge, I did talk to Mr. Garcia about that being a possibility. And so I told him then that should you decide that you want to revoke him, if you would consider reforming the underlying sentence below a term of 7 years.
All right. The court is going to grant the motion. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Maria Garcia. There's a $1,500 fine. Time and money will run concurrent. And I'll sentence you to 5 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. Showing you what's entitled trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? All right. You do have a limited right to appeal, and that appeal as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you're on probation. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you. Follow rules, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
I'm anywhere.
That what you're charged with is theft from a person as a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, that was understood.
Reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, the court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client, Mr. DeWiggins?
Yes, Your Honor. At the time this occurred, he was homeless. He just had hit rock bottom, was desperate. He wasn't under the influence of any intoxicants at the time. He just simply was at his wit's end and desperate for money, and that's just when this event occurred. And he's shown remorse to me for it. And in my dealings with him, it's clear to me that this seems to have been a one-off situation, and I do believe he will be successful in deferred adjudication.
All right, Mr. Brooks, do you have a place to live?
Yes, ma'am.
Who are you going to be living with?
I will be living with a friend of mine from high school, and he'll be allowing me to stay with him as long as I come up with some funds for roommating per month.
Okay, where are your relatives?
My relatives may have moved to Atlanta, Georgia this summer, but on behalf of my own, I need to contact them to get to be in touch, but they were planning to move this summer.
Well, did they let you know when they will be leaving?
Yes, it was this June of 2021.
Well, is the plan for you to go with them, or are you staying behind in San Antonio?
I'm staying behind in San Antonio.
What do you have here? Why are you staying behind?
I want to continue my culinary skills, and also I interest myself. I'm interested in modeling as well, but culinary more so to start my own business.
When's the last time you were employed?
I was employed last year. I was working for a company, Costa Solutions.
It's okay. It's okay.
This is a company behind HEB. This is a warehouse company.
Yes, yeah.
And I work for them.
All right. Have you ever been diagnosed with any type of mental health issues?
No, never been tested for.
Okay. And I always tell people there's no shame in that. I don't know why people feel ashamed by that. You know, whenever you need help, you need help. The key is getting help.
No shame.
Okay. Have you ever used drugs before?
Yes, ma'am. For a very short time.
What drugs have you used?
Marijuana occasionally is the only drug I use.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. And Mr. DeWiggins, if you can write this down and make sure the probation officer gets it, let her know that he's going to be on deferred adjudication for theft from a person as a state jail felony. 3 years deferred adjudication, $1,000 fine, probated. Is there anything else that you need from the court to be successful, Mr. Brooks?
No, ma'am, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am, Ms. Boyd.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, that's understood.
All right, we can go off the record, Mr. Brooks. Throughout your life, you need to realize that many things can happen if you try to steal from someone. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if there's a problem, you can go to Salvation Army, you can go to Sam's, you can go to churches. People will help you. You understand?
Yes, ma'am, Ms. Boyd.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 3. Be patient in there, probation. Where's Mr. Brooks? Mr. Brooks, come down. Mr. Brooks, I'm showing you was entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, just a moment ago.
Okay. I'm sorry, what?
Yes.
All right. Are you the same Ramon Brooks who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2021 CR 7353 for the offense of theft from person on September 10th, 2021 for a period of 3 years? Is that you?
Yes, I am.
State?
Yes, Your Honor. Violated condition number 43 on or about the 14th day of April 2023 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Ramon Brooks, did in there fail to comply with the rules, regulations, or instructions of the Bexar County Community Supervision and Correction Department's duly diagnosed residential facility, and that the defendant has refused to participate in the DDRF program services in violation of condition number 43.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
All right. Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 43, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes,
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 43?
I still plead true.
All right. Is there an agreement?
Yes, there is, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
It is to adjudicate guilt and revoke his community supervision, sentence him to 18 months in the state jail facility.
Is that the agreement?
That is the agreement, Your Honor. We would ask for credit for time served.
All right, Mr. Brooks, you want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record, please.
Ramon Brooks.
All right, Mr. Brooks, why are you not participating in DDRF?
So my reason was to come back and explain to you that probation was not going to be the best for me because of my conditions outside of jail. They aren't the best of conditions as far as me being homeless and without any credentials.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I'm working with state officials to try and get my stuff back. Fortunately, I didn't have enough time before I was revoked on probation. So I was sent back, and that's why I came back from the program to explain to you that probation there might be something else besides probation that you can see.
All right, so what is your mental health diagnosis?
I'm under psychiatric medication as well. I have a history for that. So
do you know what medications you're on or what you're taking them for?
Yes.
What are you taking them for?
For anxiety, schizophrenia, I was told that I had, and those two are the main ones. Bipolar come into.
All right. So where is your family?
My family live here now. They just moved, but they came back. First, I couldn't reach them, but now I can have reach of them. So that's a good thing.
All right. So what's your relationship with your family?
My relationship, my status is a good status.
And is your family going to help you with regards to your medications and making sure that you're seeing a psychiatrist?
Yes. Yes, they will.
All right. And which your family members, who's here now?
My mother, never met my father. Stepfather's been there since I was a child.
All right. I will tell you, state defense with regards to your agreement, this is my concern. My concern is he has mental health issues and they're not being addressed. And he's telling me that his diagnosis is schizophrenia, bipolar. And so what I'm anticipating happening is if I sentence him to 18 months, I don't know how much time he has in, but he's going to go to the state jail facility if he doesn't have his completed time done. They're going to put him wherever they're going to put him. And if he doesn't take his meds at the facility, there's going to be a case that's going to be issued where they're going to have to file motions to have a judge order that he take his medications. And then he's going to be released from the state jail facility because nobody's going to hold him at the state jail facility because he's unstable.
This is the core of the problem. Judge Rayon Brooks' key mental health issue, schizophrenia/bipolar. Par deeply concerned Hain. Unkadar high key Brooks jail essay medications could be a Nicolange or Wappy's crime corange. Ye ek vicious cycle high. Judge K.H. Rai Hain Key Brooks, taking the path of least resistance. Kia Humar Justice System KO Ace Cases Main Jail, SE Peli Mandatory Treatment Nai Dina Chai.
And he's going to be released back into society without his medications, without anything. And then we're going to be back here, maybe not in my court, Mr. Brooks, but maybe in somebody else's court for a new case. So I understand that he wasn't following rules at DDRF. Probation, do you know what specific rules, or does anybody know the specific rules he wasn't following at DDRF? Well, we're going to see what I can come up with. All right. So, Mr. Brooks, it appears to the court that you are competent, but you have to look at the big picture. And it seems to the court that you're trying to take the path of least resistance, like the path that's quickest for you. But I can tell you what's going to end up happening is once you get off your medications, which more likely than not you will, because you're going to be like, I'm feeling great, I don't need these medications. You're going to stop taking those. And if you commit another offense, who knows where you're going to be, who knows what it's going to be, and you may end up in prison for a long time. We just had someone here in this court for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And you know what their problem was? The state hospital released them when they should not have released them. And now they're doing, I think, 13 or 12 years at the prison now. So in the court's eyes, you should not be just going to the state jail facility, then getting out, because you're not going to be prepared. So if you want, I can follow this agreement and sentence you to the 18 months, or I can see about getting you some treatment, which is what you need. You need treatment for your mental health issues. Mental health issues are just like any other issue that people have, be it cancer, be it, diabetes or whatever it may be. I don't consider people who have mental health issues, I don't consider it's their fault. It's not, oh, let me go to the grocery store. I'm going to pick up some mental health issues on aisle 4. I don't believe that. But you need help. And you're trying to take the path of least resistance, because your whole thing is, I need to get my ID. You'll be able to get your ID. You don't need your ID at DDRF. And that's where I'm sending you. You're going back there and you're going to follow through on everything. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm going to keep my eye on you, because I'm going to make sure that I get updates.
Does he qualify for the same program again?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to ask that he be re-referred.
And we would certainly hope that you would not find him guilty and leave him on deferred. He's not a convicted felon.
No, I'm not going to find him guilty. You're going to go back to DDRF, okay? And here's the thing. I'm sending you back there, and I'm going to expect you to actively participate. Do you understand? If there's an issue with you and you say you're working on your ID or something of that nature, guess what? Probation has programs that can help you get your identification. But you don't need your identification at DDRF, because they know it's you, because I'm telling them it's you and you have your SIT number.
The whole reason I came back was to refuse. It's because I refused the program, but it was because I didn't want to get into probation with all the problems I had on outside of jail. I tried probation for the first time and I thought that it would work out, but it didn't exactly work out my way. So I wanted to do it.
No, explain. Here's the thing. You say that when you get out, you don't want to be on probation and have the issues you have on the outside, right?
Yes.
If I send you to prison and you get out, you're still going to have those same issues on the outside. The only issues that's not going to be there is the supervision, which I'm not inclined to release you on probation, because you haven't done anything. You haven't been successful on this probation at all. And I'm sympathetic and empathetic to the fact that there are some mental health issues here, but it's not going to be me sympathetic and empathetic towards you and giving you something less than. You understand? So what's going to happen is I'm denying this motion. You're going back to DDRF. If there's a problem with your identification or there's a problem with some of your living arrangements, you let us know. And probation, see if you can refer him to felony drug court as well, because I know they have dual diagnosis. And felony drug court, if they accept you, they'll be able to help you with your identification. They'll be able to help you with housing. They'll be able to help you with all of that.
Okay.
But I'm not going to give you the easy way out. And then guess what? If you come back and you haven't followed the court's instructions, I will hear arguments for both sides, but I will tell you the state and your counsel in all these probation cases, they come up with agreements.
The judge just dropped the hammer. Wo sabi keoya dialari hain, ki probation ka contract court kasaf hodahai, wakilya state kasaf nai. Unhome Brooks KO easy way out nahi dia, agreement KO reject car dia, or use DDR if your felony drug court bedge dia. Ye tough love high, wo kietri hain. I'm doing this to help you so that nobody will see you back in a criminal court again.
And sometimes I follow those agreements, sometimes I don't. But I want you to realize the agreements that they come up with, I don't have to follow. The contract you have for probation is with the court. It is not with your attorney, and it's not with the state. You understand? So I'm denying the motion. You're going back to DDRF, or either you're going to felony drug court. The end.
Okay.
All right. I'm doing this to help you so that nobody will see you back in a criminal court again. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Brooks. So I'm going to deny the motion, altering amend conditions to referral to DDRF and felony drug court. That'll be while in custody. And I'm going to make a notation on the docket sheet that you need help with your identification. Is that it? Probation, can you let probation know that he needs help obtaining his identification? And if felony drug court accepts you, let them know that you need help obtaining your identification, and they'll make sure you get it.
Okay. And so with this, that means I'll be continuing probation, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Thank you. State.
Andrew Perry, Sadelman.
Defense.
Sean Sheffield, Your Honor.
And are you Miss Allen?
Yes, ma'am.
We're here today for sentencing. In each of these two cause numbers, you entered a plea of guilty. The PSI was waived. According to your plea bargaining agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility. The state is opposed to your application. And Miss, if you need a chair, we can have you sit in a chair.
Would you like a chair?
No, that's good.
Last case, total shift in tone. Miss Allen Key Mother, Joe Kane Chari, Kusath Hain, Apni Beatty Kalia Probation Key Beek Mong Rahi Hain. She's the only one I have to care me, and I live in the country. Is Pal Main Humanity or Kanun Ka Takrav Deki? Kia Ek Judge Key Duty Surf Kanun Lagakarnahai. Your compassion Keobi Dimag Main Raknahai? Is emotional appeal Ka Kia Natija Haga?
Well, I see you have a cane, so I want to ask you to raise your right hand. Is there any objection to the court not asking that of the witness?
I have no. I'll take care of
Do
that.
you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
My name is Linda Reyes.
Linda Reyes?
Linda Reyes.
All right. You may proceed.
Ma'am, how are you related to Miss Allen?
I'm her mother.
Okay. And you understand why we're here today?
Yes.
And it's your understanding that your daughter has been charged with several crimes.
Yes.
You understand that?
Yes, I do.
And you understand we're here for punishment.
Yes, I know.
And we're asking the court for probation.
Yes, I know.
Can you tell the court why you believe that it would be best for your daughter to have probation?
Probation or rest at home or anything, because she's the only one I have to care of me. And I live in the country, and which is I have nobody else that's her. And then I also want to let you know that I'm a Jehovah's Witness, and I'm very, very religious, and I would like her to if possible, stay with me, house arrest, whatever, comply, shop between classes. So apparently she's a problem with that. And then also monitor whatever, because I really need her at home, and so does her son that's going to graduate in June. And she worked hard for him, and he was a varsity football player. She also has two older daughters. That one went to Park, was a cheerleader, and she was a cheerleader for Carter Word, and her other daughter's a successful tech, computer tech. So she's lived for her children. And during this time that she was on her little thing was because she made a bad choice of being with a bad man. He is now incarcerated for like 20, 30 years. Thank goodness, because he was very abusive. And then came COVID. With COVID, she got behind, and then she got evicted twice this last year, which was hard to get back on her feet. So apparently she chose a lot of bad choices. So, and I'm not financially stable to really help her. So, all I ask is for you to please have some mercy, find her some way to stay home because I'm.
Need a minute?
Yeah.
You need to sit down?
No, because I need her at home. And so does her little girl. She has a little one that's 9 years old. I cries for her all the time, and she's very close to her mother. So if you please, find some way or that she could stay home and get punished. And I don't care what you do to her, as long as she just be there. I live in a mobile home in the country to top it off. So, I have nobody, and I have nobody wants to go out there. And so I really need her at home, and I could. Plus, she has a liver disease, and she has a heart problem too. Her father died of this liver disease at 60, so I'm very, very worried about her being somewhere that she might not have the care she needs because she was given a lot of care at the Bexar County, so I just plead and
thank you
and
so
ask
much.
you, okay, and being this the week of the Passover of forgiveness and sins, take that into consideration.
All right, thank you. Thank you so very much for speaking to me and giving me some insight into your daughter.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Any other witnesses? Oh, no, there's no need to apologize. You want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
You can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Selena.
All right. Defense, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you. Ma'am, you understand why we're here?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and we're here, you're asking the court for leniency.
Yes.
And you're asking for probation.
Yes, no matter how long it is. I'm willing to take probation or monitor or anything. I've taken numerous amount of classes.
Okay. And regarding that you have taken
Taken parenting classes, I've taken theft classes, I've done AA, I've done anger management, I've done a lot of different classes. Anything I could take, I've taken. I'm in the process of getting my GED.
And these are the certificates that you did?
Yes.
And these were done while you were in custody?
Yes.
Okay. So you took it upon yourself to do these classes?
Yes.
Okay. Do you believe they've been helpful?
Yes.
Why?
It's making me look at life differently. In this last year, I've made a lot of bad decisions. I take full responsibility for my actions, and I apologize. I'm willing to pay any restitution I would need to pay. Again, I need to take care of my mother. I have my son's much across stage. I don't know if you read his letter, but he's about to cross stage, and that's a big, I guess, goal for me and him. I've had 2 kids who graduated already. One of them graduated from college. So I'm just asking you to please take in consideration all these things. I do have SCAT, which is a heart disease, and congested heart failure, and I have a tear in my coronary artery, and I have cirrhosis of the liver. I've been in the hospital here at Bexar County, and to get me to the hospital when I was having a heart attack recently, it took them 2 hours. So it is a fear. And I did have a heart attack in Bexar County. I tried to get those medical records to you. They wouldn't get them to me in time.
No, I'll take you at your word.
With that, Judge, I'll pass the witness.
State.
Said that you understand why we're here.
Yes, sir, I do.
Why are we here?
Thefts that I've committed, and I was in a really bad relationship, a very abusive relationship, and he just had me do things that is not. I know I have a record, but I haven't committed a crime in over 10 years. And
up until these is what I mean. Prior, I finished a 2-year probation. And 10 years ago, in 2015, I finished a 2-year probation without any problems. I had lost my job during COVID and had got evicted and started hanging around, dating the wrong person, I guess. And committed these crimes that I should never have committed. I'm truly very sorry for them. Willing to pay any restitution back to them, willing to do whatever it is that I need to do for y'all's forgiveness. Like I said, I take full responsibility for my actions. I'm not blaming anybody or blaming anything. I'm taking full responsibility for them. I just want leniency to get some sort of probation monitor, whatever it is that they do.
So here, I have a few questions if there are no objections.
So yeah.
So when you were with this gentleman that you said you were with,
Mm-hmm.
who was taking care of your mother?
My kids were there.
All right. And when you were with this gentleman that you say you were with, where were your children? Were your children living with you?
Yes, they were with my mother.
No.
No. Oh, I'm sorry.
Were
Yes,
they living with you?
Yes, ma'am, they were.
All right. So you had this man in your life and you said your children were living with you.
Yes, ma'am.
And you were living on your own with your children and this man.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
But no, the man did not live with me. And he lived in his own house.
Okay.
He did not live in my house. I got evicted.
All right. So let me just tell you what my issue is.
Yes, ma'am.
You have a rash of thefts.
Yes, ma'am.
April 24th, 2024, HEB. I can understand HEB. You know, it's against the law, but maybe you're trying to feed your children, right?
Yeah.
Then on October 7th, 2024, Sephora. October 11th, 2024, Sephora. October 8th, 2024, Ray. October 18th, 2024, Sephora. November 16th, Sephora. November 19th, Ray. December 27th, Target. You have no less than 8 thefts.
Yes, ma'am.
Constant back to back.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not going to grant your application. I don't think probation is appropriate for you. In each case, the court is going to find you guilty, sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. The cause numbers will run concurrently, and I'll recommend the therapeutic community.
So I got 2 years.
Yes. Did you review the documents entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
I don't know.
It's the trial court certification. It's telling you whether or not you have the court's permission to appeal these cases. Do you understand that?
Do I have?
It's this document that you signed.
Okay.
All right. Did you review that document with your attorney?
I believe so.
Well, I mean, either you did or you did not.
Your Honor, this was
a long time ago,
a week or so ago, so she may not remember exactly what the document.
All right.
I have to note that my client is under the current opinion that he's been instructed to not communicate via third party or directly.
Oh, just 1 second. Let me call the case and then we'll. All right. Court is calling 2021 CR 1906, State of Texas versus Kevin Owens. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Hank Wilkins for the state, Your Honor.
Defense.
Orlando Castañón for defense.
And are you Kevin Owens?
And so that is what I'd like to address is he is of the opinion because the proceedings are live streamed, that any statements he makes is him communicating to whoever.
All right.
So he was asking for an order that he be allowed to speak while in court.
I mean, I'm asking you a question. So obviously I want you to speak. Are you Kevin Owens? That's either yes or no.
Yes.
All right. So there has been a motion to withdraw attorney.
Yes, Judge.
All right.
And so I also followed the motion to modify conditions. I'm not sure whether you want to address both.
Well, let's address the motion to withdraw first, and then we'll see if we get to the other motion.
I've represented Mr. Owens now for just over 2 weeks. We met last week at my office, and during the duration of our my representation, he and I have had differences in regards to how to proceed on this case. There has been, I believe, a strong difference in opinion on how to proceed. He's asked me to do things that I do not agree with. And in that disagreement, because I've not wanted to move forward the way he's asked me to, he's notified me in writing that I was fired. And so he asked me to file a motion to withdraw, and I've done so. I believe at this point, though, that our disagreements are fundamental and that I cannot ethically represent him.
All right. So, Mr. Castagnon, I believe you're the third attorney on this case.
I believe I'm the second.
The second. All right. I thought there was someone before Miss Gay.
Ms. Gay, and I believe she was the first lawyer on this.
Can you look in the record and see if Miss Gay was the first attorney on this case, please? All right. So this is scheduled for trial October 9th. So your motion to withdraw will be denied. Mr. Owens, if you wish to hire another attorney, you're more than welcome to do so. But whoever that attorney is, they're going to need to be ready for jury trial on October 9th. So,
Judge, I don't believe I can ethically, again, as I stated, represent Mr. Owens. And I believe that eventually he not wanting my representation, I believe that this is an issue that is an appealable issue. And I don't believe that I can ethically be his attorney at this point.
All right, motion is denied. The next motion is the motion to modify or delete bond conditions.
Yes, Judge.
All right. Counsel, you want to address that?
Yes, Judge. We've asked, my client is indigent, as you know, that I have been appointed on this case. And previously, I believe Ms. Gay was appointed. I'm not certain of that, but I do know that I have been assigned to represent him. He's asking that his GPS fees be waived because he is indigent. I did not put this in the motion. I forgot to add this, but I did speak to the state in regards to his request. He also would like to have drug test fees waived because he is indigent. And so he has recently had to provide a drug test, and it cost him $10, and he's struggling to have money. He's not been able to work. The other issue he's asked me to address is that he'd be allowed to have tracking only. And the facts of this case do not demonstrate that he has gone to any individual's business, home. These were all through electronic communications. And so I do not believe that GPS is necessarily something that's going to prevent any of those types of issues. So we'd ask that tracking be allowed. He's been having a difficult time finding employment. And he did recently find employment with Toyota, but his understanding is that he has to have the employer come in and testify as to his employment. And because of that, that was prohibitive, and he was not able to maintain that employment. And so, that condition, if the court does not wish to allow him tracking only, we'd ask that that be removed, or in lieu of in-person testimony, that there be some type of ability for an email with company letterhead or something acknowledging that he has been employed. Because he is indigent, he has not been able to retain his own attorney. He can't afford GPS fees. And so it's important that he gets out there and begin working.
All right. State.
Your Honor, I think that the court wants to waive the fees. I think that's reasonable. With the GPS, we would ask that you keep the GPS the way it is with full house arrest. Code says that the court can make reasonable conditions as part of bail. I think that's a reasonable condition. We think the defendant has been doing well because of the GPS, not in spite of it. So we would ask that you keep that in place. The part about the order, the defendant being able to speak in court, I think you addressed that in the last motion, but I mean, we don't have any objection to that. We want to be able to speak while he's in court. And any conditions with employment, I think that's up to you, Judge. So we don't have an opinion there.
All right. Is there anything you wish to add, counsel?
No, Judge.
All right. With regards to his speaking in court, I mean, that's very broad. You don't want somebody to be inappropriate. However, if there's something he wishes to say,
I believe
can't
his
ins-
concern is also just acknowledging his presence, Judge. So any speech that he made or makes, he was under the belief that he would be in violation of a court order.
No, I never put a court order in place that he could not talk. But I will say this. I can't give you any legal advice, but I know that anyone who had a criminal case or any type of legal case would perhaps want to speak to their attorney before they decided to speak to the court. But that's completely up to your relationship with your attorney. So I think that's overly broad. So I'm not going to rule on that.
I think he was looking for an order just allowing him to address the court. Should he be asked to speak, asked to announce it present? And if he were to testify, that he'd be allowed to testify.
Yes, of course he can. If he decides to testify, then you're welcome to testify. That's within your purview to make a decision. A client in criminal court has certain rights. One is whether they enter a plea or not, whether they go to the court or the jury for punishment, whether or not they decide to testify or not testify. So I really don't understand the defendant being permitted to speak while in court, that request, but I'm telling you, you can speak in court. With regards to the GPS fees, I'll ask that those be waived or deferred. With regards to employment, counsel, if the issue with the employers testifying is because there was no documentation that was being brought to the court when there was a issue of whether or not he had employment, and the court wanted to know what employment he had, what the hours were, and what would the job entail. Because of the nature of what he's charged with, the court didn't think it would be prudent for him to have employment where he's not at a stationary place.
And I understand that, Judge. I believe that the facts of the case do not warrant restriction of his movement because he's not been, I believe, accused. It's not alleged that he's been traveling to or anybody's residence or business. And so, I mean, it seems to be just a bit of an overreach in regards to restricting his ability to find employment.
That he has to provide proof of employment, and that includes his work schedule.
And so just to clarify, when you say provide proof, would an email from the letter or a letter from the employment with letterhead, would that be sufficient proof?
But it'd have to have what his work schedule is. Yes. And counsel, I'll depend on you as an officer of the court to verify that Absolutely. That is correct. All right.
Just so I'm 100% clear that you're not requiring that his employer come in and testify to such.
No.
Okay.
And then with regards to him being permitted to speak while in court, sure, he can speak while in court. With regards to tracking only, that's denied.
And I did list it in there, but there's space for it if the court approves permission to waive any drug testing fees. I don't know if the court has the ability to do that, but.
I will waive drug testing fees. All right. Is there anything else with regards to this motion?
Right. And so.
Don't know. I didn't receive notice of.
And I know he struggled to receive notice from the courts about anything in my case. So they weren't being very cooperative for the longest time, even to him.
Good morning, Mr. Graff. Can you hear me?
Good morning. Yes.
So I was just telling Mr. Bunt that I wasn't expecting to see a Grand Traverse case. We could move forward with the let's see here. Would you like to proceed, Mr. Graff, with the probation violation arraignment this morning?
That would be fine if the court would allow it. I think it sounds like there was some confusion. Mr. Bunt received a notice for 11 o'clock today. And so we're ready to be arraigned and set this for a hearing at a later date if the court would be obliged.
Okay. Yes. Let's see. And Mr. Graff, so let me go ahead and call the case. It's case 21-5281 FY1. And we have Jacob Bunt present via Zoom with his attorney, Mr. Graff. We're here for a probation violation arraignment. And Mr. Graff, how would your client like to proceed with this?
Good morning, Your Honor. He'd enter a not guilty plea, ask the court to set this for a hearing at a later date, and then we'd also like to, I guess, address bond.
Okay, very good. All right. So I will ask the probation department to schedule the hearing with Judge Cooney. It looks like there is an active bench warrant currently. And Mr. Graff, what would you like to say about bond?
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, obviously, late, I guess, after hours yesterday, we finally received the probation violation information on this case. And so we've had very little time to obviously prepare, not knowing specifically what all the allegations were. If the court would look at the notice, it talks about a positive PBT on April 22nd, which I don't think is applicable to Mr. Bunt. And so obviously going into today, until we received that information last night, we were going in somewhat blind. We do have that information. We do have information we'd like to present on his behalf. I guess the one thing is he retained my services. I reached out to try to take care of the warrant. Somehow this got set for hearing as opposed to having him turn himself in. So he has taken a proactive approach and trying to get things under control and get things resolved here. I know that the recommendations asked for him to be remanded pending the hearing. But given that the fact that one, he's taken the initiative to get this ball rolling. Two, as far as I know, there are no new criminal charges. Three, he's appearing today knowing what these recommendations are and that the court could place him in jail pending a hearing. But also more importantly, there's a lot of information that we have to present at the time of his hearing regarding what he's accomplished over the last couple of years. I think there may be more information Mr. Bunt would want to get to me now that we know specifically what the allegations are so that we can present a full defense when that time comes. As far as I know, as the court will see from the notice, he resides in Lapeer. He's got a job at he just enrolled in college. And there are a number of other things that obviously we'd be presenting on his behalf about the services that he has participated and completed. Lastly, I was informed this morning that Mr. Bunt has paid off all his fines and costs. And so this has not been, I guess, a complete failure as may be alleged on the information that's been presented to the court. I understand today is not the day for the hearing, but I certainly want the court to have a little bit better idea of how Mr. Bunt presents as in regards to obviously the information that may have had coming into this. And so for those reasons, Your Honor, I would ask the court to consider allowing him to remain out on bond. Obviously, he'll know that he'll have to travel to Traverse City for that hearing and appear in person for it. And it could result in more troubles for him if he doesn't. But I think the fact that he's taken the initiative to get this moving is a step in the right direction and speaks to obviously how much he wants to resolve this and will do so.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Graff. All right. So let me just verify your mailing address, Mr. Bunt.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. And we will have the probation department schedule this for an in-person hearing that will take place at the courthouse in Grand Traverse County. This is an unusual case. This is a pretty serious the underlying charges with this, and I'm not unsympathetic for what Mr. Graff is saying. It sounds like you've been actively working on sobriety and improving yourself, but I don't have any verification of any of that having taken place. I don't think it would have been outside the realm of your recovery to contact probation. You did.
I know.
Hold on just a minute. Mr. Bunt, it's not your turn to talk. Hold on, please. You've been just kind of hanging out there. No one has had any idea of what you're doing, what you have been doing, the things you've accomplished. And I guess I'm not understanding why you didn't simply reach out. Well, we have tools and resources here. You had every opportunity for, it looks like, a couple of years to just try to reach out and catch up before it came to this crossroads here. So with that being said, let's see. At some point, did you say you were going to turn yourself in?
Yes, I was going to be turning myself in after my graduation. One of the things on probation was to get my GED, and I did accomplish that. Jake Graff has a photocopy of my diploma. I will be walking and getting a cap and gown. I am already enrolled in the MOT. I went through some mental health issues and am still actively getting help from CMH. I have a signed waiver of release information for the courts. I've been working. I know there is no proof of me showing my recovery, and I know it probably doesn't look good on you guys, but I did improve myself, and I take full responsibility for my wrongdoings in the past. And I don't want to just have my freedom like you get when you get out of jail. I don't just want freedoms. I want to be successful. I want to do the things everyone tells you should do and you can do. And, I want to I'm going into college to get associates in business. I want to be an entrepreneur and follow in my father's footsteps.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Bunt. And I do appreciate that. And I don't want you to look at this as a setback in your recovery. I want you to look at this as moving forward and getting closure with this. Okay. And that's just going to help you and build a strong foundation for continuing to move forward down there in Lapeer. So at this time, I'm going to ask you to make arrangements to come turn yourself into the Grand Traverse County Jail. The probation department will set this for a hearing. I would ask them to set it for the fastest, soonest possible date so that we can get this thing expedited.
The officer wants me to sit a year. I'm not going to go to college. I get out of jail when I'm 26. It takes me 4 years to get a degree. By the time I have money, I'm going to be old as
Mr.
fuck.
Bunt, please stop. I want you to continue moving forward. I can't look at the facts of the past and just allow this to continue on this way. So I am going to ask that you turn yourself in by 7 p.m. tonight.
I don't even have a license. I can't get up there that fast. I have a job. I got bills. I got to drop out of college. No, I won't be able to get my walk. I will everything I worked hard
Mr.
for.
Bunt,
I won't be able to do.
I'm going to have to mute you. I've muted you. I want you to know that this is a first step in getting closure for this case. And you had every opportunity to make a step forward. And I appreciate that you did contact the court, but you haven't followed through. So, Mr. Graff, would you want a brief breakout room with your client?
Sure, that'd be fine. I don't want to hold up the court's time. I can call him after court as well.
Okay. I'm not sure if it would be easier for you to try to talk to him right now, or if you'd just rather end this for now and give him a call.
I'll give him a call here, and I don't want to use up the court's time. Mr. Bunt, just so you know, you didn't get a year in jail today. You're being remanded pending your hearing, which will come up pretty soon. I understand you're disappointed, but you're not getting the year as they recommended as of right now, okay? But I'll give you a call.
Thank you, Mr. Graff.
Thank you, Your Honor.